used to do. No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by.
What's up, you guys? This is Maya, Miss Plantaholic, and welcome to another plant blog. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you an update on my Philodendron Pink Princess. If you are following my blog, I got this last year, sometime in March, and when I first got it, it was planted in soil, and I've noticed that after a couple of months still hasn't put in new growth for me. So what I decided to do is to repot it, and I actually repotted it in sphagnum moss, which you can see here in the pot. It's still in the original pot that when I first got it. It is in a 6-inch pot, and I pretty much doesn't want to go bigger on the pot, so to give the plant some time to adjust with the new medium, which is the sphagnum moss. So after I repotted it, in just a couple of weeks I noticed new growth sprouting in every month, I would say, or not even, sometimes just 3 weeks there will be new growth. When I first got it, I only have, I think, about 5 leaves. So this is one of the original leaves. This one is the only pink variegated leaf that I had, that's really pretty. And I have this one as one of the original, and as long as this half moon one right here. There's 2 leaves that fell off, and as soon as I repotted it, there's a couple of new growth that started to sprout. So if I remember it right, this one was the new growth after I repotted it, and then this one came in right here, and this one came, and this one I accidentally tried to help it to I actually removed it from the stalk because I felt like it was stuck there for a long time. So that's why this is only a half leaf, and this one was the next one after it. And the newest growth that it has right now is this one right here, if you can see this one. And I'm not gonna try to force it to get out, or maybe I will just give it time, because I don't want the same thing to happen, like eventually break the leaf, because it's so delicate at this point. So if you're interested, I'll get into the more details on how I care for this Philodendron Pink Princess, so stay tuned. A little background: Philodendron Pink Princess come from the family Araceae, so it's an aroid, and it is native to South America, and they grow in the rainforest floor, so they're used to like moist soil. So you want to make sure that you are not overwatering this one, because as you all know, anything that's in excess is not good for the plant. So it can eventually promote root rot if it's, constantly moist. And you want to make sure you have a well draining soil. And they recommend using an aroid soil for this beauty right here. And you also want to maintain the temperature, which is between 60 to 84 degrees. And you also wanted to make sure that it receives bright indirect light in order for the leaves to have those blushing or pink variegation. What are the important things to look for when you're caring for a Philodendron Pink Princess? And by the way, the scientific name for this is Philodendron Erubescens. And in order for your pink princess to have stunning variegation, pink variegation on their leaves, it's really important to mimic their original environment. They would thrive well in an indirect light, and I would put this in my Mills bowl cabinet. But if you don't have one, you want to make sure that it receives indirect light. And you want to water it when the topsoil is at least 1 inch dry. My watering schedule for this pink princess is only once a week, especially during winter time where it doesn't really need much watering. And also, I want to make sure that the humidity, that's the most important thing, that it's between 60 to 84 degrees. In my Millsbow cabinet, the highest humidity temperature that I got was around 80. And pretty much since it's been in the Millsbow cabinet, it has been thriving really well. And as far as fertilizing, I only fertilized this during the growth season, which is spring and summer. I would say since I repotted it, I only fertilized it once. But some of the research that I did does say that you should fertilize this at least every month. And in my case, I only used my Osmocote slow release fertilizing. And when I first got this, I used to use the Miracle Grow liquid fertilizer, and I pretty much just used that during the growth season, which is spring and summer, which I've mentioned earlier. And what else should we talk about this pink princess? So when you notice that it's not really thriving in its current medium, if it's if it's potted in a soil, I would say just be courageous enough to repot it. At first, I was also hesitant because, I was concerned that it might not like the sphagnum moss. It was kind of like a trial and error and a risk I have to take. And I'm glad I did because after I repotted it, it has thrived so well. And one piece of advice that I read is that in order for the pink princess to appear bushy, you should always prune the stem, which in my case, I haven't done so. I'm letting it grow as much as it can. And they're like climbing, they're like, how do you call it? Epiphytes? I forgot the name for that one. So they are climbing plants, and in order for them to thrive well, you want to make sure you give them the support that they needed in order to grow. So I got this plastic trellis, which is in a heart shape, and I also put this rose quartz because I've read that the rose quartz emit like positive energy to the plants. So I believe in like plants and crystals work together and work well. So since then, it has really thrived really, really well. So I think that's pretty much it for my Philodendron Pink Princess update and some care tips. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can be updated with new videos. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know on the comment section down below. I would really appreciate any input from you. And thank you once again for the support that you have given my channel. I appreciate you so much. And I hope that you're learning well with the plant care tips that I've been posting. So I'll see you in the next vlog.